treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. And so, in that the Bible is after our hearts, it's addressing the issues that are most crucial to us. It's always interesting that we print "In God We Trust" on the back of his leading competitor, and probably that's why it talks about it so much.
Why does God talk about it? Why does Jesus mention that more than almost outside of the poor? I think more than anything else in the Bible, because money can really junk you up. It can get in the way of how God wants us to live.
Okay, now this is an interesting one, because biblically, the American church is way off on this one. The biblical model, from the very beginning, in the Levitical Code, it says to give a tithe, 10% of what you make to the first 10% to essentially to building the kingdom into the temple. It says that then, after having done that, you're to go and make sure there are no poor among you. And it's a broad sweeping, not like you should give a little to the poor, it's you make sure there are no poor people among you. The American model is for Christians to give usually between 1% and 2%, most studies say, and then to look at the church and say, how come you aren't giving away more of what I gave you to take care of the poor, when they haven't even begun with tithing, much less seen tithing as kind of preemptive to actually going and caring for the poor. So the biblical model for giving is far more gracious and generous than what most American Christians, and probably most Christians worldwide, are actually doing.
It's all God's. It's all God's. And I have to continue to remind myself that. I think because I grew up in poverty at a younger age, I had to learn to go from this to go to that. And I'm really learning how to do that. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm learning to do that. Tithing is what God asks us to do. People haven't given before, are not used to that. I really understand that. I mean, to think about cutting 10% out of your paycheck, if you've never done it before, that's huge. So I would say start with 5%, start with 2%. I mean, I don't be legalistic about it, but start at 1% and just grow that. There's actually somebody in your class, one of your instructors, who is, I won't say who it is, but there's one of your instructors who, actually a couple of them, I don't know one really well, but I do know two, and I would bet the third one, I bet they all give very generously. And you look at their lives, they're happy people, they're fun to be with, they live like that, and so look around. I mean, you'll see the people that are happy, and generally they're the people that are generous with their time, their talents, and their treasure. And Peter preaches, and Acts is in the New Testament, right?
You got it. Yep.
1-0 lead. Dang it!
I saw that.
Oh.